Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Reaper video. I know it's been a while, but as you may know, not all gameplay is worthy of being made a video, since not always it turns out right. Now as you join me in this video, we are at a event called Global Ops Dragon Strike 2. This is the second installment. It's the only one I got to go to. This event takes place in Deva. And I'm here with Delta 1 team and many other friendly players. We are playing at the Rebels. Now at this game we got charged with the task of going and disturbing the operations of the army base. So here we are going through the forest and trying to get as close as possible to the enemy base. Right here we can already see the enemy base through these branches, but we decided that we should go a little bit closer since we are a bit too far off. Now as I make my way even closer, I can already see that I have a pretty good vantage point. I am pretty highly elevated, so I'm gonna try and take a few shots at the enemy base that you can see a little bit there down in the distance. Now, of course, this game would not have been possible without the support of W.A.S.P that provided me with the BBs for this game, and I'd also like to say a huge thank you for them for hooking me up with this wonderful Sliverback SRS. In this SRS, I have also put inside, upgraded as you would say, with a W.A.S.P piston, which makes it extremely quiet. It's almost as quiet as my sidearm, which is a Tokyo Marui MK23 for this game. After a little while, I decide to run up even closer, getting myself into a slightly risky position, since being a rebel, I didn't have my ghillie suit on me. I mean, my leaf suit. So I basically was wearing a huge white shirt instead of proper camouflage, and a makeshift turban on my head, because you know, that's what the rebels had to look like at this game field. So yeah, I wasn't really well camouflaged. So at this point my team encounters a random rebel, as you would say, but he wasn't really one of us.
Verificați-l sub haine!
Now, as the boys check him out, I also try to give them directions to maybe where they should look for stuff, and I keep my rifle straight on him, so in case he would make a move on my teammates, I'd be ready to take him out that instant. Now, he says that he has a mission to do, but he's actually a
Facem
spy.
și cercetare de cavitate dacă e necesar.
He was a spy sent from the army to cause a diversion in our ranks. Next, I get a bit tired of watching them, and I try to stick to my mission, which was to cause disturbance in the enemy base. Since the wind was irregular, it was pretty hard to know when and how to compensate.
Am vrut numai să-i distrag un pic atenția.
Now after a while, the enemy spy starts to go towards his own base, because he was practically from the army dressed up as a rebel.
Ioțu!
And I keep trying to tell him where his base is, because he acts as if he doesn't know, which he kind of fell for. And now he's coming towards me, so I grab my secondary and tell him
Itt
that
előttem.
he should
Ott
go
van a
in front of
bázis,
me
ott van elő a bázis.
towards the enemy base, otherwise I'll shoot him. Now, because he's wearing a disguise, his own guys don't even know that he's here or what he's actually doing, so he has to be pretty careful to get back inside without getting himself shot.
Or! Medic!
In the end, one of the enemy snipers actually gets me somehow.
Medic!
Now I have to wait to be medic back. The leading out time at this game event is about 10 minutes, and if you don't get healed back in time, you are good to go back to the respawn. But thankfully enough,
Ușor, ușor, stai niște. 1, 2, 3, 4,
gets to
5,
heal
6,
me
7,
back.
8, 9. Si mult.
Now, the medic rule was something pretty new for me and my team, so he actually forgets to put the bandage on my arm for getting healed. But, you know, to stay true to the game, I am going to put it on myself, so I am marked that I was healed back once into the game.
Vedeți că zboară vele de sniper deasupra tufelor mele de aici. Mort!
Not much time goes by and actually I get shot in the back.
Da, da, mă
from
duc la
the
respawn,
player.
gata.
To this day, I have no idea exactly where it came from, but it was definitely behind me. So,
Nu știu
and
că-s
in
mort.
my left shoulder, so he was up the same hill my teammates were. After respawning, I'm joined up again with my team right at our base. We are staying here because we see a lot of the army getting really close to our base, and they're not attacking, they're just sitting around, but we're being really cautious. Since we don't really know what is going on, I try to fend one off. It seems I didn't get him, that he's running away. Don't know exactly what is going on. But soon enough they start yelling that it's the press and that they want an interview with our leader.
Se ascuns acum după niște copaci.
Soon one of my teammates escorts one of their representatives. He was disarmed, his mags being taken out of all of his weapons and checked for being safe, and being escorted to the entrance of our base so that he may have the interview they wanted with our leader. Of course, during this time we decided that there should be a ceasefire so negotiations could proceed peacefully. Shortly after, an actual press representative comes by to visit our base and to actually start negotiations with our leader, which I suspected from the beginning that might be a plot from the army to get one of their people in our base so they could execute our leader.
Faceți percheziție!
Shortly after, negotiations go to crap. The journalist that came to visit actually gets his hand on a knife and kills our leader. So we start engaging and a firefight ensues. Of course, we were almost completely surrounded, which was no surprise because they had a lot of time to set up. And this is how it went.
Mai trebuie să faci control ginecologic 2 ani de acolo. Băi, omule, cu ce-am cu tine, că am motor băieți, nu? Doamna, atenția împingă. Că voi n-ați fost așa.
Right here it looks like the enemy forces are actually retreating, but they are actually pulling a little bit back so they could regroup and make a more organized strike on our base. In the meantime, I decided to go down on our left flank so I could get into a better position and try to take out some of the enemy forces assaulting our base. Oh, I'm sorry. I actually thought that was a lighter colored leaf somewhere. Didn't know it was his death rag. Sorry. Some time goes by and he was waiting for his medic, so I thought I should stick around and try to take that down too. But in the meantime, one of their players actually came around trying to flank our base. And since I didn't have proper camouflage,
Mort!
that happens.
Tocmai m-am
So now I have to wait 10 minutes to bleed out before I can get back to my base.
Unde naiba este?
After respawning, joined up with my team, we decide to go and make one final attack on the military base before nightfall. And everyone is going to prepare for the night game. And since it's basically pitch black darkness, there's nothing I could record in the middle of the night. So I'm trying to make the most as I can of this daytime gameplay. Anyways, we get as close as possible to the enemy base. I take the southern route of the base and end up in some really thick bushes. And right now I am so close to the base I could basically hear the people in the base talking to each other. They're trying to coordinate their defenses. After a couple of minutes, the offensive begins. Now that my position is compromised, I try to take up a defensive position and hide as best as I can in these bushes before more enemies come by and try to take me down.
Mort!
And of course, since the rebel couldn't wear proper camouflage, I am easily discovered standing out from my surroundings and background and get killed. Now it's time to wait for 10 minutes and keep shouting medic as much as I can to annoy the enemy team.
Medic! Medic!
Io, draga Johnny.
Hello.
Do you know this?
Yes.
And that's how I died. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm sorry for not posting videos more often, but I had some things I had to take care of. And I know this is a long video, and thank you very much for those who had stuck around till the end. And don't forget to like the video if you liked it, and share it to your friends. Who knows, they might enjoy it too. And thanks for watching, and hope to see you on the next video. Have a good time, and see you on the next one.